What's up, guys, and welcome back once again in my YouTube channel, Brian Masika Reaction. So, guys, it has become the world biggest mistakes or the world biggest wonder that people have never seen, that the the Jamaican Prime Minister has just selected his wife as the parliamentary speaker. So these are some of the Jamaican people reaction. So guys, remember, if it is your very first time coming across any of my video, remember to like, share, comment, and not forgetting to kindly subscribe. And all the credits goes to the original creator of this video. Let's and remember to give this video thumbs up. So let's watch together, and I'll be back with more.
Jamaica, come close and listen very carefully. I'm about to say something very dangerous, and it's going to burn a lot of people's chest. Jamaica, listen to me and listen to me very clear. This is not party talk. This is not green versus orange. This is survival. Because when the Prime Minister's wife becomes Speaker of the House, it's no longer politics. It is a national takeover. Man, every teacher, every doctor, every lawyer can feel it in them bones. When the referee of the game is married to the captain of the team, the entire match is rigged. The Speaker of the House is supposed to be impartial, non-political, non-aligned, a protector of fairness, the person that ensures that every member of parliament can challenge wrongdoing. So tell me, Jamaica, how can you be neutral when you sleep in the same house as the Prime Minister? How are you going to be impartial when the same person you're supposed to be checking is the same person you sit down with and have dinner with? Wanna see the madness yet, Jamaica? Jamaica, this is how dictatorship starts. Yes, dictatorship starts quietly, so wake up, Jamaica. Dictatorship don't come overnight. It doesn't come with soldiers on the road. And it does not come with tanks and guns. Dictatorship comes slowly, quietly. It comes through family appointments, friends on boards, donor contracts, and then shutting down anyone who speaks the truth. Jamaica, this is not a conspiracy, no. This is history. This is a pattern, and it's a fact. So what does it mean, Jamaica, when one couple holds two of the most powerful positions in the country? It means the PM controls the government and his wife controls the parliament. And together they control debate, decision, discipline, and discussions. This is not democracy, Jamaica. This is family rule. And you know what family rule always leads to? It leads to corruption, silencing of critics, fear in parliament, no accountability, no transparency, and no democracy. You see, every country that went downhill had the same starting point. The opposition can't talk, can't question, cannot challenge, because the speaker controls who speaks, how long they speak, if they can finish their sentence, what motions get tabled, which corruption cases can be raised, and who gets thrown out. So if the PM does something wrong, the speaker, aka his wife, can block. Yes, member, you're out of order. Sit down. Debate closed and motion denied. So tell me again, Jamaica, how we supposed to get justice? How the truth supposed to reach the public? This is a real danger, Jamaica, especially for small countries like Jamaica, because family rule equal disaster. Why? Because nations like us, Jamaica, have weaker protection. What do I mean by that? We don't have strong watchdogs. We don't have strong courts. We do not have strong investigative systems. We do not have strong media independence, and we do not have strong financial independence. So when one family becomes too powerful in this small country of Jamaica, the country becomes controlled, silenced, afraid, dependent, and corrupt. Nepotism Jamaica is not bad optics. Nepotism is a national danger. And while Jamaica is suffering, power is being consolidated. Look at the timing, Jamaica. We are in a hurricane disaster. People homeless, roads destroyed, hospitals collapsing, food shortage, water shortage, economic crisis, crime rising, earthquake warnings, oil drilling threats, and foreign companies taking resources. And in the middle of all of this, power is being tightened, not shared. When a country is unstable, leaders should decentralize power. But in Jamaica, they are centralizing it in one household. And Jamaica, this is how nations fall. Listen to me, Jamaica. This is not about politics. This is about structure. Take off on the green glasses, take off on the orange glasses, and for one, look at Jamaica with your own eyes, not through party color. When the PM controls the executive and his wife controls the parliament, there is no checks and balance, Jamaica. None. Zero. Finished. And a country without checks and balance is a country preparing for dictatorship. Jamaica, listen to me good. When the people in power start placing their family in the highest seat, you are no longer being governed, you are being managed. You are being handled, you are being controlled, and you are being silenced. You cannot question, you cannot challenge, you cannot oppose, and you cannot win. This is not democracy. This is not representation. Jamaica, this is capture. One family cannot lead an entire country. One house cannot control two houses of government. And Jamaica, if you don't speak, no. If you don't wake up, no. If you don't rise, no. You're going to open your eyes one day and realize that you are living in a country where one woman, one man have the final say on the breath you breathe. So Jamaica, wake up now.
Did you know that Jamaica is the only place where the Prime Minister's wife is the Speaker of the House at the same time? Let that sink in for a minute. Right now, Jamaicans everywhere are crying out for Juliet Holnes to step down as Speaker immediately. Why? Because she is the wife of the Prime Minister, and people feel that makes the entire system look biased, unbalanced, and unfair. From ordinary Jamaicans online to voices like Spragga Benz, people are saying this has to do nothing with politics, not green, not orange, but simple righteousness. They're calling it a national takeover, where too much power seems to sit under one roof. Some Jamaicans are even saying if they were PNP members of parliament, they wouldn't attend certain meetings because when the speaker is married to the prime minister, every decision looks questionable, even if it's legal. And here's a bigger picture. Here's the real situation. In almost every democracy around the world, from Canada to the UK, to India, to America, Australia, the speaker and the prime minister are never husband and wife. Or the speaker and the president is never husband and wife. Because democracy depends on independence. It depends on trust. And it depends on the appearance of fairness, not family ties. Legal, yes. Wise, that's another story. Because Jamaicans doesn't need leadership. Jamaica needs trust. And trust disappears the moment power becomes a family affair.
I feel like everybody wants to talk about classism in Jamaica, but nobody really wants to talk about nepotism. Nepotism is the act of providing advantages to friends or relatives in different occupations or fields: entertainment, healthcare, academia. When you look at Jamaica as a society, we as a society live off links. We love a link. Do you understand? A link to license, a link to a bank, a link to paying a bill. But the thing that comes into place now is, you see, when you have a class of people, and this meaning the higher class, the 20, whatever, these rich families, whatever you want to call them, you see when you have a class of people and they exist as a group, right? And they are acting on nepotism. They are only benefiting themselves within their group. They're only providing the advantages, business or otherwise, within their group. So you have a society that the higher class is actually only providing the links and the benefits within their own class. That doesn't benefit the normal everyday people living and working with. And then on top of that layering is also the fact that most of the people that rule Jamaica are not of Jamaican heritage. They didn't come from Jamaica. They probably came into Jamaica as indentured laborers, not slaves, indentured laborers. And then they worked their time, they earned their wealth, and they generated their businesses. They now live and now being called these big families. But they weren't actually integral parts of society that went through slavery like the common folk did. So in terms of sharing wealth, they don't have that mindset. Why would you share a wealth in a society that you weren't really involved in, that you didn't really suffer with? Higher class uses nepotism in the worst way. In the worst way that doesn't benefit us and doesn't benefit Jamaica. And that's just the truth of the situation, because they're not there to benefit Jamaica. They're there to earn wealth. The more you realize that just because they're earning a large amount of wealth in Jamaica doesn't mean they have to care about Jamaica. That is the thing.
Me say Juliet blood clad Holnes. The only thing left for your husband Andrew Holnes do are bring on a bed on a sheet and start fucking a blood clad parliament. Me say the two on sit down on a hierarchy up a long mountain and make some incompetent and some useless decision when I serve the Jamaican people. Them are Jamaican no good, none at all. Because you can tell me say from Hurricane Melissa blow and damage the people them well-being in a Jamaica all now. Andrew Holnes and him wife, Juliet Holnes, now put on them water boat, get them team, get some power saw, get some machete, and walk in at the disaster affected areas. You can tell me, listen to me, the elections was like almost 2 months ago, and the people them see blood clad Andrew Holnes, Juliet Holnes, and all the minister of parliament or the members of parliaments from 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock a morning time before cock evil dropping blood clad draws. Me can't understand uno, and this is not fucking political. This is literally unapologetic facts. Because guess what? I'm a follower of the Jamaica Labour Party, but as me say, my experience in the Jamaica Defence Force show me 100% why I should never ever cast a vote in Jamaica. Listen to me. I don't know who give Juliet Holnes the position as the Speaker of the House and have Andrew Holnes as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. So when the people them come with them decisions, Juliet Holnes are gonna mute the blood clot mic. When you say Patrice Birchell or whatever she want to name, yesterday in a parliament and make some good blood clot talk. And you know what Juliet Holnes do? Lock off the fucking mic. A good thing that the woman have her personal mic and she can voice her opinion. So having Juliet Holnes as the Speaker of the House and Andrew Holnes as the Prime Minister, on one deaf and dumb and silence Jamaican people. As me said, this is not political. This is unapologetic and unbiased facts. Andrew Holnes, as a labor right, you do not mean the people and the citizens of Jamaica not good, and the decision them wanna make, you and your wife Juliet Holnes, because me know say Juliet Holnes are the unofficial and indirect Prime Minister of Jamaica. Me know say she make every decision in a Andrew Michael Holnes head, and it's very obvious say Andrew is a woman clown. You see the decision where Andrew and make are one of the main thing or one of the main catalysts where influence brain drain in a Jamaica. Trust me. Right now, every young youth want to migrate. Every young youth want to fly out to make life better for themselves. Why is it like that? Why? Jamaica have so much natural resources where Jamaica could have been easily a first world country, especially with our boosting tourism sector. But Andrew Holnes, you and your wife Juliet Holnes, you don't mean the people them of Jamaica not good, none at all. You need to pack up and go on a long mountain and come out a blood clot parliament coming from a fucking dieted labourite that have never voted because me too fucking educated for vote for none of no imbeciles. Every day you come with these disingenuous and duplicitous conversations. One want to manipulate and trick the people them. Listen to me, man. A full time now Jamaican people wise up and see say these people don't mean them no good. Instead of this man going to the communities, them go reassure the people, them make the people them know, say, guess what? All's not gone. When the Prime Minister still there, and the Prime Minister gonna make it happen for no. Reassure the people them, instead of you there in a Kingston and make some fucking useless and waste man talk. Brother, you know mean the people them not fucking good, brother. It hurt me. I mean, it say me never did I go come speak. No. Me I watch and see what I go do. But it I go far too fucking long now. Because 2 months ago, every fucking day, you're up on the people them blood clot premises and land with them wanna pay blood clot tax and a knock up them blood clot door. We don't know fake blood clot duplicitous self. The fuck? Brother, this hurt me, man. Tell you, it hurt me. We don't have good leadership and representation in Jamaica. And we need justice to the poor people, them. We need justice. And for every country we donate to no money to Jamaica, Andrew Holnes and all the minister of parliament, or member of parliament, them are going to thief the money and it not going to spend properly. Them are going to thief majority of the money and it don't spend properly. Because guess what? The influencers, the artists, those people and the local regular poor man are give back more than way the blood clot government are do. $10,000 $10,000 Jamaican dollars, not US dollars, is less than 100,000. Like that's around 80,000 US dollars. And you can tell me say 80,000 US dollars to each constituency, bro. That's diabolical. That's crazy. That's low vibrating. That not even can do no work to one fucking community or one council division in our constituency. Brother, Jamaica need to get its shits together. Honestly, we need to get our shits together.
To the members of the Jamaica Labour Party that are saying that the PNP are being very unfair to Juliet Holnes, please, it's not that. It's never that. Dr. Dayton Campbell was asking questions about his constituency. Nothing none of us remotely know about because we don't represent the people and we're not from the community. He stood up in Parliament and he's asking what's going to happen post Melissa because this is what's taking place. No, because this is what's taking place, Miss Juliet Holnes, she don't want to hear that. She's shutting down context. Now we have to understand she holds one of the highest seats in Parliament. You understand? She run Parliament. Now there's no way members of Parliament are going to come inside there and ask questions and you're going to tell them get to the point. Stand in order this, stand in order that, stand in order this, stand in order that. We understand the rules. But some questions need context and that's what that's what annoys the people. You have to remain neutral. You have to remain neutral. Nobody on the outside should know what party you favors. It's evident. We all know what it is. And you guys have to understand this. Women in power, they're very territorial. They do not like to be challenged, especially by male figures, by men. So if men keeps on to challenge her, it's going to be a problem, and she gets most of the challenge from the people of the People's National Party and the members of Parliament representing the PNP. Now put all of that aside. Put all of that feelings aside. It is a serious time. It's concerns of every Jamaican citizen what the government is going to do to help these people. A lot of people lost everything. It's no Juliet Holnes hate train. You're not the common denominator Hurricane Melissa is. And we want to know what's going on. As Dr. Dayton Campbell wanted to know what will happen in his constituency. The man will tell you what's going on. You're going to tell him, get to the point. She never used those exact words, but basically that's what she's saying. Get to the point. You understand? No one's being disrespectful to Andrew Holnes' wife. No one's being disrespectful to her. We just want a fair parliament. Same level. JLP, PNP, one level as it relates to the Speaker of the House. The members are always throw jabs at each other. That's fine. We like the local comedy sometimes. We love the challenge sometimes. But the Speaker of the House said, up here, so mama, you have to run the parliament on an equal basis. No one's hating me. I can speak for myself. I do not hate this woman. I think she's a very powerful woman and I think she worked hard to get where she is. But at the same time, I can be annoyed with her behavior. Her body language and her facial expression says something different. You understand? You could tell she's annoyed by these people, especially the men. She don't want to challenge her. And that is okay. But allow these people fair chances to ask their questions. And I'm saying it again. Some questions, they need context for regular people like me and other citizens of Jamaica. Not every time we're going to know what these people are asking without context. When they go to school, them not just get tests. Them not just get exams. They teach you about these topics. They have the syllabus ahead of time. Them not just get to the point. So why is it not allowed in Parliament? And who won't even say why it's not allowed? Why is it an issue when the PNP try to give context? And guys, please do not comment anything negative about Juliet Holnes. It's not a Juliet Holnes A train. We just want fairness across the board. That's all we want. Fairness across the board.
What a disgrace in the House of Parliament today. Here one. We need to move up Juliet Holnes as House Speaker. Alright? There's no way Andrew Holnes can be Prime Minister and she a House Speaker. You understand? Because that not run good. That not run good. So, Mr. Governor General Governor, do your job and move up Juliet Holnes because that spot ain't fair. Yeah. Big up yourself, Mark Golin. I saw you have to stand up and walk out on them and them go with them foolishness, man.
Andrew, you and your wife, y'all wrong. It's a conflict of interest. On the too disgusting. And all of y'all from the different parliaments who's sitting up there, y'all need to say something. Okay? Y'all need to say, this is the time for the Jamaicans to rise. Y'all have to do, that's wrong. Wrong. Especially this time with Hurricane Melissa and all that's going on. Andrew, you're wrong. Your wife, you're wrong. You're wrong for even taking the job. Wrong. And y'all are going to cause something where people are not paying attention to what they should pay attention to because they're going to be too focused on the corruption and wrongdoing. You should not be in that role. And I don't know if it's because that is Jamaica. Do you see First Lady taking up role under American government? And up here in America, them wicked and them wicked bad. Okay? And when man want to sneak and get them girl role, them sneak and get them girl role. It's not out in the you're wrong. And then you give her role as Speaker of House. In the same house where you have to speak. No, man. Y'all, I'm blind on the things that the people them in Jamaica blind. No. Ain't no way Andrew and his wife are trying to pull this wool over people's eyes. I'm saying here, what? A thief will not try to thief the people their money or something. Y'all are up to something and don't to discuss it. Don't if change it now.
Jamaican people don't stand for anything, and that is why we as a nation feel so stuck. Quite honestly, I feel like today Jamaicans are the weakest in spirit that we as a people have ever been. I mean, not talk about no Holy Ghost. I think we are a joke, honestly, a complete and utter disgrace to our ancestors who fought to the very end for everything that we have today. See, when it's hype, when it's music, culture, food, dance, oh yeah, we want to be the best. We want to be on top. We want to stand up. But when it comes on to standing up for something, to actually doing something, it's silent. I have never seen so many people absolutely abandon the power that they have within themselves. I have never seen a set of people disempower themselves this much ever. How are we giving up before even considering a fight? That don't make no sense. Things get too real all of a sudden everybody's silent. There's no backbone, there's no opinion, there's nothing. And it's always on our business. We can't do nothing about that. There's never a reason to try. You think we got here? You think we have this island just to sit around like ducks and do nothing while the world is burning? Bro, stand up. Stand up. Stand for something at this point. Anything Take up a book. Read. Read. Look outside. Pay attention to around you. Pay attention. You can't keep talking about change and asking to see change and wondering why you're not seeing change and you're not doing anything. Do something.
So when you did expect for your happen when you no put husband and wife in a politics, so you never expect them to run it like them yard and any dirty behavior where they have a them yard it a go show in a politics. You never know say not two married people not supposed to work in a one organization. Was Andrew is the ruling prime minister of the country. Why no believe say Juliet supposed to be in a power rule too? And she is a minister, plus she is a speaker of the house. If she's a minister and her man is the prime minister, all the believes that she's supposed to have unbiased opinion. That's gonna put her in a speaker of the house. Speaker of the house should be a very unbiased position that speaks for both JLP and PNP. And she cannot speak for both sides when she is a Labour right with her green finger them and her bright blue boot. And her husband in him green shirt and in green sneakers, one brogard, or in green clocks, one brogard. No, not supposed to have Juliet Holnes as speaker of the house, but because you don't know on the rights in this country, that's why you have them and did have Vaz and him wife down at Portland around down there is Vazland. You do not know on the rights. There is no way she's supposed to in her house shut down opposing ministers because you're supposed to have opposition leaders with opinion just as much as you have the ruling prime minister. All of them supposed to work for one Jamaica, one aim, one country. But no, they cannot do that because you don't give them too much power in a parliament. Under no circumstance, Juliet only should have in a no type 2 position them she in a and una vote her in it, so what make you feel like say if you don't vote she and vote in the man which is head of him also, them now go come out here come behave like say them yard them the same way. Me did tell you in a long time say do not vote in none out of the 2 section of the parliament. Do not vote in JLP and do not vote in PNP, but you weren't listening. You never did a listen. You cannot vote for none out of 2 side them when you not see you do good for the country. Boycott the election and send back the country go give to the hands of the military until them find somebody who can run it, but you never did that here. See there? No about say Juliet treat the people them in a parliament bad. When it's not supposed to happen because she never supposed to in there in the first place. Vote need a party. Do not put none in power. See there? No, I get problem.
I've been asking this question and I'm going to keep asking this question. Why is Juliet Holnes the House Speaker? Husband or wife? That is a huge conflict of interest. Like, why? Why? That is bias, everything in one. Like, the people that are playing on the face and they don't see it. This is so ridiculous. I'm watching the videos, how she go on and talk. It is disgusting. It's ridiculous. Una can't wake up. Una can't see things for what it is. Like, PMP, JLP aside, politics aside, that is ridiculous. You can't have husband and wife basically run a country. They're always gonna look out for each other and their family. Them not got business about the country and nobody else. Money are going to fit in pocket. Why? Why can't? Why we fool, sir? No.
So guys, hope you've watched the full clip. Yeah. So it is clearly stated that the Jamaican Prime Minister has just decided that he was voted not only to serve the people, but he decided that it will be for his personal and his family response. Remember, the power is not supposed to be shared in the family. The power is supposed to be shared equally by other people. So guys, the Jamaican Prime Minister decided that after him, the second powerful man, or the second powerful, the controller of order, should be his wife. So he chose his wife to be the prime minister, to be the speaker, to be the speaker. So what does this say? What does this mean? You have no right of saying anything in the parliament because the time given, or you can't say anything against the prime minister because his wife is the one controlling the cabinet or the parliament. So it is not of fairness. You can't just say that because it is not a democratic. That's not democracy. Democracy is when the prime minister chooses another person to be the speaker. But at this point, at this given point, the prime minister's wife is the one controlling the parliament, because you can't say anything against the prime minister, or you can't correct where the prime minister is going wrong. Remember, this is what we call nepotism. So at a given time, the Jamaica, when they come up to a realization that they are being controlled, it is not even ruled, they are being controlled. Since it is since it is a wife and husband who are taking the power, who have taken over the power, they are being ruled. They are not being governed. They are not being governed. They are being ruled because it is wives and husband. So with the time, the the government or the country will be in bad shape, since corruption is high, there's no development, and those tenders are being given to other family members. Since he has shown that if he can just nominate, or if he can just choose his wife to be the speaker, why can't he, or what will it take him to choose either his son or anyone in the family to be given another seat, another major seat? So it is a major blow to the Jamaican people, since what they voted for has just come against them, because they are being punished back. So at the moment, you can't complain about the prime minister. Whom are who are you taking the complaints to? Yet the nepotism has just taken over the Jamaican government. So it is that high time for Jamaican people to wake up and do something, because it is not part of their democratic right. So as it goes, they reach a time when you realize that you can't do something, because whatever you said, the prime minister has the big say. You can't just complain because his wife can't take that matter to the prime minister, because even if you want to speak something that makes sense in the parliament, the wife has got that power to cut you off and tells you you are not going to speak this and this to the prime minister, since he's his husband. So it is unfortunately that the people of Jamaica are slowly, deeply crying inside, because they didn't expect something like that. Imagine that is this has to be written even in the Guinness Book of Record, because it has never been seen and it has never happened. But this time around, Jamaica has just done it, and it has just been written down that the prime minister has just chosen his own wife to be the speaker of the assembly. Remember, in any government, the speaker is the second most powerful. He has the right to choose and the right to delete. So here the Jamaican people will have to do something extra. You see, at this point is why you find you have those national disasters. It is just few years back when they had Hurricane Melissa, that floodings. So the people of Jamaica are really suffering because of the nepotism. There's no development that will go on, since there are two people who have the personal beneficiary and not even looking at who voted for them. They are not looking back who voted for them, and they are not looking back to for those citizens' needs, because health-wise, Jamaica has been having problem with health and the security. So you find it becomes a major blow to these people, because they can't complain, because whoever they're going to complain to, it is a family member. So it is that time Jamaican to wake up and do something. Yeah, there is a lot of ways to do something. You can just do away with it by court order, and by those rioting, but not that rioting. You can just wake up in the morning and you go against whatever the prime minister is doing. So that was all for now, people. So my Jamaican brothers and sisters, it's that high time you wake up, do something, and you get your country back in shape. So that was all for now. Till next time, God bless. One love.